Welcome to the Haunt Vault, where fear lurks in every shadow and the unknown whispers in the dark. Tonight, we invite you to join us as we delve into a tale that blurs the line between reality and nightmare. Have you ever felt a chill creep down your spine while alone at home, or noticed something strange in the background of your photos? What if the things you can't see are watching you, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal themselves? Prepare yourself for a chilling journey into the depths of terror. Grab a blanket, dim the lights, and let's unlock the vault of horror together. Are you ready? Flickering static.
It started with the sound of static. Rachel was alone in her apartment one rainy night, editing a vlog for her growing YouTube channel. She had been recording all day, normal content, morning routine, shopping haul, and a few storytime videos. It was routine for her, something she'd done dozens of times. The rain pattered softly against the windows as the footage played back on her screen, everything going as expected, until the static began. It wasn't loud at first, just a faint buzz, like the audio interference she sometimes got when her microphone wasn't properly connected. But the strange thing was, the static was there in places where she wasn't even recording with her mic, where she was just setting up the camera or moving in silence. Annoyed, Rachel adjusted the audio levels, trying to clean it up. But then, something made her pause. In the middle of a clip, just as she was adjusting her camera, there was a frame that didn't belong. A single flickering frame that hadn't been there when she recorded. A figure. It was a blurry, shadowy outline, but unmistakable. Tall and looming in the background of her living room, just behind where she had been standing. Rachel froze, staring at the screen. She rewound the footage, played it back. Nothing. The frame was gone. Rachel laughed nervously to herself. It must have been a glitch, she thought. Hours of editing were making her mind play tricks. She shrugged it off, took a sip of her cold coffee, and moved on. But the static grew louder. As she continued reviewing the footage, more strange things started happening. Clips would cut out for a split second, replaced by that same crackling, hissing sound. In some, the shadows in the background seemed to shift, as if something was moving just out of sight. At one point, she could have sworn she saw a hand briefly reaching toward her from the edge of the screen, but when she rewound it, it was gone. Rachel's skin crawled. Maybe it was just her imagination, she reasoned. Or maybe her camera was malfunctioning. But then her phone buzzed. A new comment had appeared on her latest video.
Who was that standing behind you at 3:24?
Her heart skipped a beat. She quickly checked the timestamp on the video. It was from her morning routine vlog, the same time she'd seen that flickering figure in her footage earlier. She watched the video again, her pulse racing. She hadn't noticed anything off when she first uploaded it, but now she was terrified to see what she might have missed. At 3:24, just as she was walking out of the bathroom, the video glitched, and there, standing in the hallway behind her, was the figure again. Only this time it was clearer. A tall, gaunt shape, its face obscured by static, its body impossibly thin, almost skeletal. And it was watching her. Rachel slammed her laptop shut, breathing heavily. The room around her was suddenly too quiet, too still. She felt exposed, like she was being watched. She grabbed her phone and called her best friend, Emily, stammering about the strange figure in her videos. Emily picked up, But before Rachel could speak, her friend's voice was drowned out by static. Then came a voice, distorted, low, and cold.
I see you.
Rachel dropped the phone, her heart pounding in her ears. She ran to the front door, ready to flee, but something stopped her. She glanced back at her laptop. It had turned itself back on. The video was playing again. She walked slowly toward it, drawn by some unnatural force. On the screen, she saw herself sitting at her desk, just like she was now. But the video wasn't something she had recorded. In this footage, she was staring blankly at the screen, as if entranced, while the figure loomed over her shoulder. Then, with a sickening realization, she looked closer. The footage was live. She spun around, expecting to see the figure in her apartment, but there was nothing. Just the empty room and the sound of the rain outside. She looked back at the screen, her own reflection staring back at her. And then the figure moved. It stepped out from the shadows in the video slowly, deliberately, until it was standing directly behind her. She could feel its presence now, cold and oppressive, the air around her heavy with dread. With trembling hands, Rachel reached for the camera. She had to delete the footage, destroy it. But before she could touch the keyboard, the screen went black, the static swallowing her apartment in a deafening roar. The last thing she saw was a message that flashed briefly on the screen, written in shaky, glitching text.
It's in the static. You can't hide.
The lights flickered once, then went out. And in the darkness, Rachel felt a cold hand on her shoulder. The next day, her subscribers noticed something odd. Rachel hadn't posted a video in over 24 hours, which was unusual for her. But late that night, a new video went live on her channel. It was a single frame of static, accompanied by a brief, distorted message.
I see you.
And those who watched it started noticing something strange in their own videos. A shadowy figure, flickering in the background. Watching, waiting, always just out of sight.
Thank you for joining us in the Haunt Vault tonight. We hope you enjoyed this unsettling journey into the unknown. Remember, the darkness holds secrets, and sometimes those secrets can reach out and touch you when you least expect it. If you found yourself captivated by tonight's tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest horrors. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What was the scariest moment for you? And if you dare, tell us your own chilling experiences. Until next time, keep your lights on and your doors locked, because the shadows are always watching.